Part 3. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but I wanted to point out that when Doug sent an email to everybody with the costumes assigned, Phyllis once said, "Good luck with that."
Yeah.
Yeah, we all were like, "Oh God, how is Phyllis gonna pull this off?"
It was amazing, really.
Holly made it for him. It was Holly's genius.
Yeah, it's Holly's work.
Yeah, the idea that we all pitched around to each other when this first came around was that we would buy like a Thing Halloween costume and just spray paint it gray.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This joke, like Doug, like poor, like we were on varying levels of unhappiness in regard to the weather, but Doug was really, really cold because, you know, he had no pants on. And towards the end of it, he was like, ultimately, the reason he picked this costume and it looked the way it was because of the balls joke that is upcoming.
Yeah.
And he kept going. I was like, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the pain of the cold for this one joke about
Well,
balls.
not just the cold, Lindsay. He got sunburned. His legs got sunburned.
Of course they did. They've never seen the sun.
If you listen to the pause dance commentary vid, pause and listen. Let's look at your legs here, Doug. I need to white balance.
Yeah. One interesting thing about Handsome Tom's costume, if you look really close, he has this little pouch on his belt that has 2 little action figures in it for the brownies and Willow.
Yeah, it's very, a very cool detail.
I nerded out. Come on.
Actually, the script that Lewis was holding, we were like, what book do we use? What can we get him? And it's like, here, take the script. And he's holding the shooting script for it.
But everybody was calling
it's
him
how I would have a
Lupa.
musical.
Nobody wants to tell him about his pants.
Or lack thereof.
Doug, honey, here's some jeans.
Everyone can see your marble pouch. Can you just, I don't know, hike it down a little bit?
In the first shot, the tie is skillfully placed.
I like the way you just. I love the way you just give up at the end, where you're trying to explain.
Tiny
You don't want to see Doug's happy place.
I
And
went
the
there
entire
this week.
was like, nobody looked there, and then he just shows it off to the entire universe.
He's like,
When shooting the finale, Doug totally mooned everybody at some point when he fell down.
Oh,
And
yeah.
everybody was like, "Ooh."
Doug's little
A
Santa
million
Claus.
fangirls of the Nostalgia Critic all hit their screen capture right at that second.
That's my wallpaper now.
Lindsay improvising. Let me describe it some more. I want to think that critic and chick have a history of some sort. They found out.
Steve actually here was supposed to go on a little longer. What was supposed to happen was that I was supposed to hear all this and saying, Bayless, are you all right? And say, no, now they're telling me I should kill Linkara. And, oh, go ahead, do that.
Yeah, no, this was perfect because you've got a great deadpan going there, man.
Yeah.
And we just kept it
I love
simple.
this bit.
You'll be a lady and like it.
And then a million forced feminization fanfics have been written.
It was actually Bargo's contact. He took it out of his eye for this shot.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Where did he find it?
Yeah, so whose contact is that, really?
That's one of my favorite lines there, Halo women.
There was a line cut from the script that I was really sad to see go. Right after the Nostalgia Critic rejects my my overtures to create a musical, I'm supposed to like call somebody, I don't remember who, and then I just like say, "What do you mean? Who is this?" He's not going for it. What do you mean? Who is this?
Andrew Lloyd Webber, wasn't
Andrew
it?
Lloyd Webber.
Might have been, yeah.
Wow.
Look, the sun's out.
Hooray.
Sure people.
Finally.
Bargo's really good at playing
He does it.
naivete.
And I think
And
Rob
smoldering
called it Puppet Bargo. Or Muppet Bargo, rather.
Where he like where he just turns his head and has the same expression on his face.
Mickey's like, if it's not bad enough, I'm Peter Pan. No, I'm a goat fucker.
He's
And
a
in the
goat
very next
fucking
day, we
Peter
found
Pan.
some fic or something with Mickey as a goat fucker. Prophetic.
I'm actually really happy that they gave Mickey some more lines besides, and 8-Bit Mickey. He really, the past several times that he interacts with Doug, he just looks like he's just going to rip his head off. I mean, legitimately, and it really shows into part of his acting.
He looks so angry.
Yeah, well, what's funny is that Mickey is much more comfortable talking on camera than Tom is, and I think even people mentioned in the script like Tom really doesn't have that many lines, but I think even Tom spoke up and he's like, I really don't, not much of an actor. He even was like, I don't want to say anything. We were all like, no, dude, we like you, and he's like, I don't want to say anything. I'm like,
Tom is just
Tom doesn't mind.
I'm just here to have fun. He kept saying that.
I wanted a scene with him going. Hey, me gosh!
I know, right? I wanted to have him do like burgle cut.
You're a fucker.
He never did it. Like, we were trying to bait him too the whole time. We were like, do the dance, me gosh, like Kaya. It's a
the bums
bikini
cameo now. Doug integrated the cameos in this a lot better than he did with Kick-Assia. And I mean, I love Kick-Assia, but since this is more story based and Kick-Assia was more farcical, this works better in terms of having it be just like story. Why would a bum would be in the middle of the forest doing this? And we just happen to stumble across Ask That Guy's basement.
I actually am pretty impressed about how he gave so many parts to everybody. I mean, pretty much, in Kick-Assia there were some big parts, some small parts. Pretty much everybody's pretty balanced here, and I really liked that because it gave some people who didn't have a lot of time in Kick-Assia some more time.
Says Justin with the biggest part of all.
Oh, the biggest part.
Yes.
Part.
I'm glad that he gave everyone a giant penis in this movie.
Even the girls got a giant penis.
Well, and I made a complaint on Twitter, gosh, this is what people are going to know me for the rest of the year. And then somebody said, but at least you're not a goat fucker. And I went, yeah, that's absolutely true.
You have the dirt by the women.
Now, I do recall, Justin,
I believe
Justin,
this
I believe
battle sequence was the first thing we shot on Team Tuesday. This was the first thing we shot.
And the hat's gone.
I like how when you see Matt and Luke Mockery walking there running, actually there's nobody in the back, so they're running away from nothing. You'll see that in a second.
The cloaks are always like a mile behind you guys, but still managing to catch up. It's the Jason Voorhees effect.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Nobody's in the background.
Big pratfall from Luke there. He fell hard.
Yeah, he did. It was really well done.
I like how you made him trip for absolutely no reason. Just there's nowhere behind him. It's not like you distract them.
I don't know what it is about these shots, but I love them. From a cinematography point of view, I just love these shots where the camera is panning across you guys running. It feels like a real theatrical action movie in those shots. I don't know why.
And then we go to the playground.
We had a great time.
I like the fact that you have like 10 people here fighting 3 guys.
We're all kind of.
Really, it's not a fair fight.
Just want to be all fighting with weapons and stuff, when all you could have just tackled them or something at the same time.
Now, Lewis, to build on what you said earlier about the cinematography and the sort of cinematic quality of it, I mean, that was what you got there is kind of a sort of a tracking shot, and that's Rob doing his magic, because he has got the steadiest hands I've ever seen. Because there's so much stuff it's mostly handheld, and Rob is doing all these camera moves with his hands, no tripod, no jib, no dolly, no nothing. And I wouldn't have even known that if I hadn't been there.
Yeah, you're right.
This is an ad-lib line where he says, "You're using Guppa's defense against me, huh?"
Some people had asked that they wish that Joe had done another bit from that Princess Bride scene. I think it was the unless you have studied something.
Unless you've studied Deepa, which I have. Great scene. This is one of my favorite. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
serious business.
I laughed when we were
probably the
filming.
only time I Probably the only time I ad-libbed something was me just going, "Oh shit," because that's what Indiana Jones does in the movie. About the third time I did that. About the third time I did that, the sword was about to break, and I was like, "Are you sure you want another take, man? I think this sword's about to break."
Brad, you have a couple of the best bits in this whole sequence. You got that, and then the Mars Girl bit coming up. Those just
all of these bits are really damn funny.
Do the film, bro.
I love that.
Yeah,
It's Phil.
I don't care.
That's the dance move we need to popularize. Everyone do the film brain. Everyone was like, why are you waving your hands like that? I don't know.
This is just, but yeah, I just love this entire fight sequence. It's just hilarious. Every single bit is funny in some capacity.
This is actually where the evolution of the filmmaking process kind of grew by leaps and bounds here, and this is the scene probably where it grew the most, because this is probably the first scene where we started using 2 cameras.
It was the first day.
I'd be right about that, yeah.
And it was.
Honey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your big ham scene here.
There was one scene that was cut that I was actually pretty glad it got cut. It was me and Joe on a couple of toy horses.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And we were on a couple of toy horses pretending like we're actually riding them, but these things were tiny and we could barely balance on these things.
Yeah.
And like the cloaks were running in place behind us. It's like, even for this scene, that's really weird.
And that was a great pratfall by Tom right there.
Yeah.
But the 2 camera setup, what I'm talking about is we lost 2 days to rain. We lost 2 straight days to rain. And so it was looking like we weren't going to get this finished. And so basically by necessity, Doug had to contact to get Ed over there. And Ed was basically begging to, like, let me shoot this. I can shoot coverage. Please let me shoot this. And so, like, he was like, finally, just because of desperation, we started shooting 2 camera. And it worked amazingly well. I mean, like, it was almost like Doug was like, why didn't I start doing this before? This is just incredible how much easier this is shooting.
Well, what happened was just that, I mean, I was actually there to play one of the cloaks, and I was just like, I don't need to play a cloak. There are other people that can play a cloak. If you're concerned about getting it done and getting it finished, let's get another camera in on this. And I didn't even have one. I hadn't brought one with me except a little flip camera. So actually, the camera that I'm shooting with is Todd's camera with Lupa's batteries, because she had the same camera, and we just pooled our resources to make it work.
My microphone. Like,
and that's right. And
there is a distinct difference in the sound if you're paying attention. They do sound very different.
It's true, but at least
But you only notice if you're paying attention.
Son of a bitch! If you're paying attention, when we
You guys are so proud for running away.
When we move to the other playground, just before it cuts, you'll notice for some reason I'm not there. I don't know why I'm not in that shot when we leave the first playground.
We're all very proud of ourselves because we outsmarted them.
Yeah.
The other one had sandcastles.
Well, also when you see that mother who says, "Get away, my daughter wants to play," a lot of Twitter reviewers thought that was my new wife. So I have to sit and stand on that one. Don't know what's up with that, because that would kind of make her kind of a cradle robber or something. Because she looks way too old.
Yeah, she looks a bit too old for you.
We will resume this in part 4.